Hey guys, it's Chloe, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this really cute little DIY doll dresser. I love this little dresser because it can fit into a lot of different rooms and you can make it however you want. You can make it really tall, or you can even make like a little nightstand. You can pretty much customize it to fit in any space in your dollhouse, and I really love that about this little dresser. And you can of course make it any color or any style. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So here is everything that you'll need. To make the dresser, I'm using some recycled boxes. I'm using the Cheez-It box as my main base, and then I'm using just some white printer paper. If you have construction paper, that'll work fine as well. For the little drawer pulls, I'm using these little buttons I found at Michael's, and I think they're really cute. Of course, you can use beads or whatever you have. And then you will also need a glue stick, a hot glue gun, a pencil, and some scissors. So let's go ahead and start making the dresser. So first of all, if you are using a box like I am, go ahead and deconstruct it so it's one long piece of cardboard, and then using my pencil, I'm kind of marking where I want to make my drawers, and I'm making 2 extra pieces of cardboard, one to go on the top of the dresser and one to go on the bottom. So total, I have 4 different pieces of cardboard for my dresser. So now I'm going to be covering the drawers and the top and bottom of my dresser with paper. So go ahead and just put some glue onto your piece of cardboard and just kind of fold it over with the paper. It's really easy. It's just like wrapping a present, and it's important that you use a glue stick instead of liquid glue or hot glue because there won't be any bumps or anything like that. And then on the corners, I'm just kind of cutting those into a triangle and just gluing those down just like you would with a present. This is really easy, and it's also better than painting because it gives the edges a really smooth look as well. So after this, I went ahead and did the exact same process to all of my different sheets of paper, and you might need to fold over the little triangles on the edge multiple times because there are going to be multiple layers of paper, so you might need to put some extra glue there. After I did all 4 of my little cardboard pieces, I'm now going to be covering my Cheez-It box, and as you can see, just one piece of the printer paper, you can still see the print and stuff like that. So if you have thicker paper, this won't be a problem for you, but if you're just using printer paper, I am just stacking 3 sheets of printer paper with a glue stick. Again, you want to use a glue stick so there aren't any bumps, and I am just going to be wrapping this up also, once again, like a present. That's just kind of the easiest way to explain it. So now I'm just doing the sides by putting some glue on the paper and lifting them up. Once again, like the corners on those smaller pieces of cardboard, you're going to have to put glue in between all of the pages when you fold it over, just so to make sure that all, sticks together. And then I'm doing the top by folding the corners in and just folding it down on top. The tops where you kind of fold down the paper like that, those definitely do need more glue, so just make sure you keep kind of reapplying with the glue stick. So because I'm going to be pushing mine up against the wall, I'm not really worried about covering the back of my dresser. You can if you want, but I do have this one little area on the side that's not covered, and that's going to be seen. So I'm just going to take some paper and just cut a strip and just glue that on. I'm not going to worry about having 3 layers or anything like that. And then obviously you can still see some of the print on the top and the bottom, but that's going to be covered with the little pieces of cardboard that we have already made. So now I've plugged in my hot glue gun, and I'm just going to start by putting on the bottom piece, and this might take just a couple of tries. You probably will want to measure it first. I didn't do that. And just kind of get it the way you want, and then I'm going to glue on the top, and then I'm going to do the 2 drawers. So now I'm just putting the drawer pulls where I want them to be, getting them where I want them to, and then I'm just going to be hot gluing them on. So once all 4 of those are glued on, you are done with the dresser, and I think it looks really cute. It fits in a lot of different rooms, and it's just really adorable. I really like the way it turned out. I've never made a doll furniture tutorial before, so let me know what you guys think of this one and if you want me to do more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!